I'm Keith Ignatz, the President and CEO of OcuMedic. OcuMedic is developing timed drug delivery to the eye via contact lens or clear corneal bandage with extended wear to replace eye drops. The available eye drop market is $16 billion a year, growing at better than 8%. The problem we're trying to solve is that less than 5% of the active therapeutic gets to the target tissue. Patients need to take multiple drops per day, and many patients miss their drops, which leads to better than $70 billion in complications. Our solution is drug being continuously delivered to the tissue, and doctors deliver the therapeutic. No patient involvement. Complications and healthcare costs potentially can be reduced. So the benefits are improved efficacy, convenience, quicker recovery, reduced complications, and potentially cost savings to our healthcare system. And most importantly, the eye care professional is already trained to deliver OcuMedic therapy at the point of care. Our lead product and target markets are for pre and post cataract, LASIK, and corneal abrasion. The drug-eluting bandage lens replaces these eye drops. Loaded into the lens is Bromfenac, a first-line anti-inflammatory non-steroidal drug. It's a fundamental drug utilized in these indications. The material is silicon hydrogel. Silicon hydrogel is what 80% of all the contact lenses in the market are made of today. The wear time is 7 days. 7 days to match the patient recall patterns when they revisit the doctor after a surgery. The material and the drug are both very safe with wide and deep safety profiles. Our regulatory path is guided by PharmaLogic, recommending that it would be a FDA pre-IND application to CDER with precedent. A meeting is currently being scheduled with the agency. The study endpoints, OcuMedic delivery of the drug would not be inferior to the delivery of a Bromfenac eye drop. Our anti-inflammatory Bromfenac has been on board our device. And in these charts, you will see that we have loaded in actually 2 drugs, Bromfenac, the anti-inflammatory, and moxifloxacin, an antibiotic, in the left-hand chart with good linearity. On the right-hand side of the chart, you'll see that we have the ability to dial in the delivery times with good linearity based on a monomer to template configuration of the material within the lens. Our competitive advantage is we potentially could be a first mover in the market. We're patent protected. There are 9 issued patents, and we just got a notice from the European office that our European patent will grant with broad claims. In vivo efficacy has been proven, and our technology is based upon the memory for the drug produced in polymer synthesis with monomers that are complexed non-covalently to the drug and cross-linked to the hydrogel matrix, and that provides controlled release. We can literally dial in the release profile of up to 10 different ophthalmic drugs. Our second product in the pipeline is focused on dry eye disease, an area of significant growth over the next several years. And it's one of the most common visits with early signs and symptoms to an eye care professional. Our pipeline, we're focused on now raising a $4 million Series A. The use of funds would be to advance our cataract, LASIK, and corneal abrasion technology on through a navigating animal study and onto the completion and readout of a phase 1/2 trial. Our second product in line is for dry eye. We're loading in Restasis, the off-patent Allergan drug, cyclosporin, with hyaluronic acid, HA, as a comfort agent. And this is an in vitro development program. And following that would be for glaucoma. And in terms of glaucomas, this is an NIH-funded in vitro study using prostaglandin analogs. So what would you prefer, 336 drops or a 7-day continuous wear delivery of the ophthalmic therapeutic placed by the doctor, removed by the doctor, and then replaced by the doctor? for either cataract or LASIK or corneal abrasion. Reimbursement for the technology in certain indications for corneal abrasion, dry eye, corneal ulcers, erosion is immediate with these CPT codes of 72071 and 72070. Following that, we would apply it to AMA CMS for a HCPCS code for the delivery of the drug. As far as the manufacturing and the current portability to manufacturing processes, the current configuration of the delivery mechanism would be silicon hydrogel mixed with and combined with monomers, and the anti-inflammatory drug would be then mixed and then injected for polymerization into a standard manufacturing mold in a contact lens manufacturing facility. It would move on to UV curing, and then QC inspection, then packaging and heat sterilization. As far as heat sterilization and denaturing of the drug or the material, all the tests have been completed for the process. There is a lot of competition attempting to replace eye drops in the market. There have been offerings from Alza and B&L in terms of punctal plugs that had problems with burst or ejection where the patient didn't know that they were receiving the therapeutic, and they're now off the market. We have new entrants like Ocular Therapeutics or MATI with new plug configurations for glaucoma. Other ways to attempt to deliver drugs like a solid disc under your lid. Will that cause a problem with patient irritation, or spraying drug onto the eye with a micropixel approach? And then with iGate and Foresight, ocular bandage with gel for extended release, iontophoresis to drive drug to the target tissue, or a ring that would fit around the conjunctiva. Many different approaches, but many require training and are non-standard to the industry. So, revenue projections for our market opportunity, if you include cataract, LASIK, corneal market, would be about $100 million at 5% share, and if dry eye, moving that forward, another $275 million. So $375 million potential with just a 5% penetration within the market. So we have a technology that's cost competitive with a very high gross margin. So why choose the product? Higher efficacy, yes. Convenience, improved outcomes, reduction in complications, better bioavailability, reimbursement in a number of indications, and healthcare potential cost savings. I joined the company from Freedom Meditech, a company that had a non-invasive diabetes screening instrument based on making measurements of the lens of the eye that I recently sold. I've been the CEO of a number of companies. I've taken companies that are venture-backed public. And in my early career, I was part of Allergan as a senior vice president, sold Allergan Humphrey to Zeiss. I joined Dr. Mark Byrne, a distinguished engineering professor and researcher of the technology. He's preeminent in this space in biomaterials, and currently his brother is serving as our CFO with experience from McKinsey. Our scientific advisory board includes the global head of R&D from Siva Vision. He's currently on the board as joining Paul Karpecki, who's going to guide us on the optometric side of the business. So our investment opportunity at OcuMedic, large and growing market, reimbursement approval for certain indications, reduction potential in healthcare costs. A small penetration is a very large revenue opportunity, and we're looking at strategic acquirers for the technology as we move to proof of efficacy in a phase 1-2 human study. There have been a number of takeouts at phase 1-2 or 2 with iGate and Foresight in significant valuations of $135 for B&L Valiant and $95 million for Allergan. We're currently in discussions with several companies that are listed below. Please visit our website at www.ocumedics.com.